10 Ways to Outsmart Any Woman Playing Games with Your Heart. The Stoics' Guide to Mastering Emotional Power. When emotions tug at our hearts, it is easy to be swayed, lost in the whims of another's actions. But we are not slaves to anyone's games, nor are we puppets to be manipulated by fleeting passions. We are beings capable of mastery, not over others but over ourselves. 1. See through the illusion. At the heart of every emotional game is an illusion that someone else controls your happiness, your self-worth, or your inner peace. This illusion is powerful because it taps into our deepest fears and desires, making us believe that we are incomplete without the validation of another person. But Stoicism teaches us that external things, whether they be people, possessions, or praise, are not the source of our happiness. As Epictetus reminds us, it is not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. The woman playing games with your heart may seem to have power over you, but that power only exists if you believe the illusion. She cannot control your emotions, only you can. The game she plays relies on your emotional investment, your attachment to the outcome, your reactions to her behavior. Once you see through this, the illusion crumbles. She becomes like a magician whose tricks no longer amaze you because you figured them out. This is the essence of Stoic wisdom, understanding that the only true control lies within your own mind, and nothing external can truly harm or sway you unless you allow it. 2. Detach from desire. Desire is the root of suffering. When we desire something deeply, we become vulnerable to disappointment, manipulation, and emotional chaos. Women who play with your heart often exploit this weakness. They know that as long as you desire their attention, affection, or approval, you are open to being manipulated. But desire is a chain, one that can be broken with the discipline of Stoicism. Marcus Aurelius tells us, very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself, in your way of thinking. When you detach from desire, you are no longer bound by the emotional games of others. You don't need to chase her validation, nor do you fear losing her, because your sense of self is not dependent on her actions. Detaching from desire does not mean becoming indifferent to love or relationships. It means recognizing that your happiness does not hinge on them. When you are free from the grip of desire, you become powerful in your independence, in your emotional resilience, and in your ability to navigate the world without being swayed by the games of others. 3. Guard your peace. Your peace of mind is sacred. In a world filled with chaos, uncertainty, and emotional games, peace is your fortress. It is the place where you are untouchable, where no one's words, actions, or manipulations can disturb you. Seneca said it best, "He who is brave is free." True bravery is not found in conquering others, but in protecting your inner peace from the storms that rage outside of you. A woman playing games with your heart will try to pull you into her emotional turbulence, to shake your confidence, and to make you feel unsettled. But this is where Stoic philosophy becomes your greatest ally. By cultivating inner peace, you build an unshakable core that remains calm, no matter what drama unfolds around you. This is not about avoidance, it's about mastery. You guard your peace by practicing self-discipline, by recognizing that external events, especially those engineered to provoke emotional responses, are beyond your control. You cannot control her actions, but you can control whether or not you let them disturb your inner calm. And when you guard your peace with vigilance, you rise above the fray, untouched by the emotional games others play. In this way, you win not by outsmarting her, but by refusing to let her disrupt the serenity you've built within yourself. 4. Practice indifference. Indifference in Stoicism does not mean apathy or coldness, but rather an unwavering sense of inner control. The Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius taught us that external things outside of our mind, are indifferent. They are neither good nor bad in themselves, but only acquire meaning through our judgments and reactions. When it comes to emotional games, practicing indifference is about refusing to let another person's behavior dictate your emotional state. Imagine a woman who thrives on your reactions. She pushes your buttons, plays with your feelings, and waits for you to respond with frustration or longing. To her, your emotional engagement is fuel for the game. But when you practice indifference, you no longer give her that fuel. Epictetus advised, if you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid. Let go of the need to respond or prove yourself. Her attempts to stir your emotions fall flat when you remain unaffected, detached from both her praise and her criticism. Indifference doesn't mean you don't care about people. It means you care enough about your own well-being to not be enslaved by someone else's whims. When you adopt this mindset, you become emotionally invincible. Her attempts to manipulate or provoke you become futile, because you've mastered the art of not being swayed by things beyond your control. Indifference, therefore, is a powerful tool for reclaiming your peace and your autonomy. 5. Value your time. Time is our most precious resource, and a person playing games with your heart often seeks to consume it slowly, subtly, but surely. Time wasted on emotional games is time lost from pursuing your goals, improving yourself, and living with purpose. Seneca, in his work on the shortness of life, said it is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it. The woman who entangles you in her games is not just taking your emotions, she is robbing you of your time. When you value your time, you begin to see these games for what they truly are: distractions. A Stoic is constantly aware that time is finite, and therefore precious. The hours, days, or even months spent in emotional turmoil are hours you can never get back. Recognize this, and you will find the strength to remove yourself from situations that drain you. You will be able to walk away without regret, knowing that you are preserving your time for the things that truly matter: your growth, your purpose, your peace of mind. Ask yourself, is this game worth my time? The answer, when viewed through the lens of Stoicism, is almost always no. Walk away and reclaim not just your time, but your life. 6. Control what you can yourself. Stoicism teaches us to focus only on what we can control, and the one thing we can always control is ourselves, our thoughts, our actions, and our responses. Epictetus famously said, "Make the best use of what is in your power, and take the rest as it happens." When you internalize this, you understand that no matter what games someone plays with your heart, your power lies in your response to those games. A woman may try to manipulate your feelings, your attention, or your desires, but she cannot touch the core of who you are unless you allow it. You cannot control her actions, her decisions, or her emotions, but you can control how you interpret them, how you respond, and whether or not you choose to engage. This is true freedom, the ability to dictate your own emotional state, regardless of what someone else is trying to provoke in you. When you take full ownership of your reactions, you stop being a victim of external forces. You become a fortress, impenetrable to the chaos around you. In this way, Stoicism is not just about avoiding emotional games, it's about mastering yourself so completely that no one, no matter how clever or manipulative, can shake your inner peace. The key is to focus on what is in your power and to let go of everything else. 7. Reject the need for validation. Seeking validation from others is a trap, a subtle but powerful form of dependency that allows others to control our emotions and self-worth. In relationships, especially with someone playing games with your heart, this need for approval becomes a weapon in their hands. They may withhold affection or recognition, making you chase after it, causing you to question your value. However, Stoicism teaches us that our worth does not come from others' opinions or validation. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, "It never ceases to amaze me, we all love ourselves more than other people, but care more about their opinion than our own." The moment we reject the need for validation, we take back our power. We no longer feel the highs and lows of others' approval or rejection, because we are secure in ourselves. You are enough as you are, and no external validation can add or subtract from your intrinsic value. This is not arrogance, but self-respect. When you stop seeking validation, you stop playing the game. You no longer need to win someone's approval to feel worthy, and this frees you from the emotional manipulation that often accompanies these games. Your validation comes from within, from your actions, your character, and your ability to stay true to your principles, regardless of what others think. 8. Accept the reality of impermanence. Nothing lasts forever, neither joy nor pain, neither relationships nor heartbreak. Everything is transient, and understanding this reality is one of the core teachings of Stoicism. As Epictetus said, "Remember that you are an actor in a play, of such a kind as the author chooses. Your job is to play the assigned role well. This means accepting that the people and circumstances in your life are temporary, and clinging to them only causes suffering." When a woman plays games with your heart, she often exploits your attachment to the relationship, knowing that you fear losing her. But the reality is that all relationships, like everything else in life, are impermanent. Accepting this truth frees you from the anxiety of holding on too tightly. You stop fearing the end because you understand that everything eventually changes. By embracing impermanence, you gain clarity. You no longer react to emotional games with desperation or fear, because you know that even the pain of heartbreak will pass. This mindset allows you to navigate relationships with grace and dignity, unafraid of loss, and free from the need to control outcomes. Accept impermanence, and you will find peace in the face of uncertainty. 9. Don't let ego guide you. Ego is the root of many of our emotional struggles. It craves recognition, validation, and superiority, leading us into conflicts and emotional games that harm our inner peace. In relationships, especially with someone playing games with your heart, ego may push you to react whether out of pride, jealousy, or a need to win the game. But Stoicism teaches us to overcome the ego. As Marcus Aurelius writes, the best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury. Your ego may tempt you to engage in the same games, to retaliate, or to seek victory over the other person, but this only drags you deeper into the emotional chaos. The true victory lies in mastering yourself, in rising above the pettiness of the ego and focusing on what truly matters: your inner peace and integrity. Don't let your ego dictate your actions. It will push you into unnecessary conflicts, fuel resentment, and lead you to make decisions that serve pride rather than wisdom. When you let go of the ego's demands, you no longer feel the need to prove yourself to anyone. You become free, untouchable by others' games, because you are guided by reason, not pride. 10. Embrace the strength of self-mastery. At the core of Stoicism is the idea that true strength comes from self-mastery. You cannot control others, but you can always control yourself, your thoughts, your reactions, your emotions. In the face of a woman playing games with your heart, self-mastery is your greatest weapon. It allows you to stay grounded, rational, and unshaken by her attempts to manipulate you. As Seneca said, no man is free who is not master of himself. Self-mastery means not reacting impulsively, not allowing anger, fear, or desire to dictate your actions. It means responding with calm, measured reason, even when others try to provoke you. This doesn't make you weak, it makes you powerful. When you control yourself, you control the only thing that truly matters. Self-mastery is the ultimate form of freedom. It gives you the strength to walk away from situations that do not serve you, to maintain your dignity in the face of manipulation, and to choose your own path, independent of others' games. Embrace self-mastery, and you will find that no one can control or shake you, because your strength comes from within. We are not here to dominate others or to play their games. We are here to rise above, to find strength in our own hearts, and to embody the virtues of self-control and fortitude. This is the way of Stoicism, and it is the path to true freedom from manipulation. The woman playing games with your heart is not your enemy. She is merely a distraction from your true mission, the mission to master yourself. By following these principles, you will not only outsmart her games, but you will also discover a deeper sense of power, one that no one can take from you. Let us strive together, not to be victorious over others, but to be victorious over ourselves. If this message resonated with you, if you felt a deeper connection to these timeless lessons and found strength in these Stoic principles, then I encourage you to hit the like button. It helps this message reach others who might need to hear it. And if you know someone who could benefit from mastering their emotions and gaining inner strength, go ahead and share this video with them. To keep growing together on this journey of self-mastery and ancient wisdom, make sure to subscribe to the channel. This way, you'll never miss out on the tools and insights to build a life of resilience and unshakable peace. Thank you for your support, it means more than you know. Stay strong.